Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. Today we're going to talk about the mechanics of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. They posted this up on the Bandai Namco website, and they have a cool breakdown of just how like different character types are, how they function, all sorts of stuff in here. So let's just get into this. Alright, types of characters. So they're broken up into strength, speed, ki blast, giant, androids, and then you got unique ones like Trunks where he has a sword. So anyway, let's get into the little details. So let's go back to the beginning and start with strength. This is these characters. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory, but these characters base most of their gameplay around their heavy strike and powerful blast. Although they might be slower, their raw power will compensate as they will deal high damage to their opponent. Some of these characters are so strength oriented that some may not even stagger from ki blast and smash attacks. Based on their statistics, these characters can have two types of specialization, melee and blast. The first one will enhance the damage dealt with rush combos and close combat, while the second implies that the character can rely on blast attack and ki blast to inflict damage. Sweet. Since I'll be playing as a Broly type, that's probably the class that I'll be using the most. Unless I find a character I like better, but Broly's my favorite character. Alright, so speed. On the opposite end, some characters base their attack strategy on their swiftness, which they use for long-lasting assaults, which are hard to interrupt. Even if some of their strikes are lighter, your opponent will have trouble trying to catch you as you move quickly all over the map and deliver combos with stunning speed. Escaping from rush combos of characters that rely on speed will be tougher for the opponent compared to characters not fitting in this category. So speedy characters will be really good for combos and stuff like that, but obviously the attacks will be weaker. So I guess it's a good balance because it'll take longer to kill the opponent, but you can get him in a huge combo. So that's cool. I mean, it's kind of, like I said, self-explanatory, but speedy characters, I don't know. That'll probably be for your high-level ranked play. I feel like speedy characters will be the go-tos for most people. Ki blast. There are some characters who are master of ki blast, excelling in fighting style that can maintain control while keeping the opponent at a distance. They have the ability to fire multiple consecutive energy blasts while consuming the minimal energy. Vegeta is a good example, who is known for his powerful and rapid ki blast attacks. Other characters include Goku, who can unleash the iconic Kamehameha, and Frieza, who possesses the precise death beam. Okay, that's pretty cool. Giant. Given their impressive size, these characters are much slower than others, but they strike more powerful blows that will stagger and send your opponent fly away. Okay, your opponent fly away, the way they have it written here. On top of that, they are numb to throw, and some blast attacks. In other words, when you go to throw them, it doesn't do anything. It's like, it just whiffs. You can take advantage of other overwhelming presence on the map to hit your opponent with a wider hit range. Their impressive size and power come at the expense of sometimes having trouble hitting smaller opponents, which may evade their assault more easily. So if you're a speedy character, you could zip around the big guy and, chip away at their health until you win. But if they hit you a couple times, I'm guessing you're done. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, and then androids. Androids are artificial humans that do not necessarily possess ki. In fact, they cannot charge ki, just like the old Dragon Ball games. They can't charge ki bar unless their energy reaches the maximum level. Their ki gauge will charge automatically over time or through melee attacks. It will stop charging once it reaches its maximum. To incorporate this into your strategy, continuously strike with rush combos, giving your opponents no chance to change his ki. Some androids even have the ability to absorb ki blasts and certain blast attacks during super perception, which will charge their gauge much faster. The characters that automatically charge to maximum are Android 13, 16, 17, and 18. On the other hand, Android 19 and Dr. Gero can charge more ki by landing melee attacks, and furthermore, they can absorb opponents' ki blast attacks and some types of ki wave blasts. Unique look. Alright, it says try characters with unique looks and distinctions in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. The game faithfully reproduces some features of the series, whether it is accessory, ability, or cosmetics that may or may not affect the character's gameplay. So, first one is Sword. It says you can enjoy multiple ways and fighting styles in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. As sword fighting is one of them, iconic swordsmen from the series will use their sword in a lot of combos, rush and blast to faithfully recreate their famous moves. These are also characters who use a sword to launch energy blasts that pierce through guards with a smash energy blast. Nice. So we're talking Trunks, I believe Tapion or Tapin. Correct me in the comments how you say his name. But yeah, the sword wielding characters. That's awesome. Okay. Some characters, such as... Super Aura is the next one. Some characters, such as Strongest Form in Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, have their aura being always on. Their power is overflowing, which results in stunning visual expression of their ki. So these next gen consoles, or should I say current gen consoles, are really going to demonstrate how awesome like the visual effects can possibly be in an anime such as Dragon Ball. So I can't wait to see what it looks like. Scouter is the next one. The Scouter is an iconic item from the Dragon Ball series. In the game, you can select characters mostly from Frieza Force and equip them with the Scouter as an accessory, which will grant a boost of search radius when equipped, depending on the quality of the Scouter equipped. With this precious accessory, the players will be able to avoid losing track of their opponent for too long. Note that damage taken during the battle could result in the destruction of the Scouter. Oh, that's a cool little like bonus thing. So if you get beat up too much, your Scouter will get destroyed. That's awesome. When the Scouter is destroyed, it becomes difficult to locate the opponent if they are lost from sight. So that's an awesome little like Easter egg thing. That's so cool. I wonder if it'll blow up if they power up too fast. Like if they go from, let's say, regular Goku to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and the thing just blows up. That'd be kind of funny. Now, here's where we get some interesting stuff. Ground characters. Like in Dragon Ball series, some characters cannot fly. Once they jump, they will slowly fall back to the ground as they cannot remain in the air for a long time, compared to flying characters. On the other hand, they are the only ones that are able to run on the ground. So take advantage of their skills and try to get the fight to take place on the ground. Now see that? They thought of everything for this game. This is freaking awesome. It shows Master Roshi running like Naruto in this little graphic here. And, I mean, you really have to think. Like, let's say your favorite character is a character that can't fly, like Master Roshi. You just want to beat everybody with Master Roshi. You really have to think on how you're going to approach the battle, because let's say you're fighting someone who can just zip up on you by flying. That's so cool. I love the little. They thought of everything. The attention to detail it blows my mind in this game. All right, special maneuvers. Special maneuvers can be performed. So let's see, under combo category or blast attack category. So this is like in Xenoverse where you had your move set where you press the R. It's either R1 or R2 on the PlayStation, and it brings up your moves for your strike moves, your finishing moves, your ultimate attacks, stuff like that. For this, it allows you to switch characters. It's tied to your, I want to say your controller pad or your D-pad. I'm trying to look at the picture here. This is or transformation. So, like in the old Tenkaichi games, the way you could transform is all the transformations would be there, and you would just go to whichever one you wanted. And it was such a cool way to play the game. I was really hopeful they would do that with Xenoverse. But Xenoverse went the other route where you just pick the form you want, and that's the character you're playing as. It's like, I mean, that's cool too, but it'd be cool to be able to like just transform throughout the fight, because it makes it more fun that way, in my opinion. They also have fusion hooked up to this, which is really cool. So when if you have your character in your party, you can fuse. I'm wondering if you could fuse with them without them in your group, like your 4 selected characters. That'd be kind of cool. And then switch, yeah, you switch what character you're playing as. Okay, cool. So it says switch. The switch is possible once the change icon is lightened. Press to display the switch panel, then choose the character you want to switch with. X, triangle, square, whatever. This mechanic can lead to other gameplay features such as chase change, in-team battles, kind of like in, what was that, Marvel vs. Capcom, where you could be in the middle of a combo and then you switch out to your other character and you keep the combo going with the other character. Looks like they've implemented that in this. I believe that was in the last Tenkaichi game. It's been so long since I played that, I don't remember. Switch while attacking to let your switched-in character continue the assault. Yeah, just like Marvel vs. Capcom. Cool. Use this tactic to smoothly switch out team members while keeping up your attacks. Nice. And then sparking mode. This is the mode that's unique to this. Alright, so to enter sparking mode, you must charge your ki gauge to its maximum, and even further, you will need to spend 1 skill count to reach sparking mode. Sparking mode not only enhances your abilities, but also offers a variety of other benefits, such as allowing you to shoot ki blasts without consuming ki. You moves such as Violent Rush while in sparking mode. You can perform continuous rush attacks until your gauge runs out, resulting in an uninterrupted barrage of melee attacks. You can also perform Hyper Smash, which will inevitably break the guards of your opponent, or super movement as it consumes some of your sparking gauge and allows you to vanish and move instantly. Nice. And then of course emotes. So you can do emotes in the game, that's cool. Quick time events, speed, impact. Now this is where they do like the, if you both run into each other at the same time, like, and it activates like a clash, I believe it was what it was called in the original. In this they're calling it a speed impact. It says a speed impact sees the 2 fighters clash and trade a series of blows. Perform a speed impact by clashing with your opponent using a Dragon Dash, R2 or RT, depending on your controller, plus X or A. This also occurs when a Rush type blast collides with a Dragon Dash. Nice. So these are like the little mechanics that, if you're reading it, it's not going to make a lot of sense. I mean, if you've played enough video games like I have, then it kind of does. But until you get it in your hands and you see how it feels and how it functions, it's kind of hard to explain in a video. All right, power impact. It looks like this is one of those stop the cursor in the zone marker things, and whoever gets it to that spot first wins, if I'm looking at it correctly. Yeah, okay. Power impact happens once 2 characters perform a throw, R1 plus RB or RB plus square or X. It's shown in both Xbox and PlayStation buttons here. At the same time, this impact action is centered around comparing strength by holding corresponding buttons. During the clash, a gauge will be displayed. You must adjust your inputs in order to not exceed the needle. The winner is determined by whose gauge is closest to the needle when the power impact ends. So I'm trying to figure out how this works, because it shows like a meter thing. Huh. I'll have to try that out in practice to see what that actually does. Crash impact. How cool is like trading blows. Man, the animations are so good. Crash impact. Crash impact is triggered when both characters use a step, X or A, depending on your controller, at the same time. Once the crash impact begins, the 2 sides will randomly assign the roles of attacker and defender. The inputs shown for the attacker and the defender are different, so the players must follow the directions on screen. If the attacker wins the exchange, the defender will take damage. If the defender wins, they will protect themselves. A maximum of 3 exchanges will take place. The first player to win 2 exchanges will knock back the other player. This kind of stuff has me worried when it comes to online ranked battles, because if you have bad connection or something happens, it's going to really screw up the timing of like this kind of stuff. So I'm very curious how this is going to work in ranked battle, like how well it'll function. All right, Blast Impact. Blast Impact is an impact action that occurs upon the collision of two ranged blast attacks. When a blast impact begins, a meter will be displayed on screen and a gauge on the right side will begin increasing. Pressing will convert the gauge into energy for your blast, affecting whose blast comes out on top. In addition to single button presses, you can increase your power through rapidly tapping the button as well. The winner will deal tremendous damage to his opponent. Nice. Okay, so this is like the Beam versus Beam, kind of like, what was it, Teen Gohan, Super Saiyan 2, and Cell. I remember that in the old games, it was like a button mash thing. Oh, this is going to be so fun. Okay. And that about wraps it up for the mechanics of the game. This has probably been out for a while, but I just saw this and I was like, okay, because I was curious how the game, it all functions. Because I played all the old Tenkaichis, but it's been so long. I played Xenoverse a crap ton. I played Xenoverse 2. Not as much as the first one, but I played it a lot. So yeah. It's been a while since I've really gotten into a Dragon Ball game. I tried Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but I was in the middle of playing something else. I just haven't gotten around to playing it. I enjoyed the first 2 hours that I played of it. It was super fun, flying around as Goku. But since I'm a Xenoverse guy, it kind of screwed up. Like, the controls are so different. I kept hitting the wrong button during fights and stuff. But I definitely will go back and play that because I was having fun with it. Anyway, sound off the comments below. Which of these features are you most excited to try out first? Like the ground characters, the scouter mechanic, or it breaks. I want to test out to see if you fight an opponent with an insane power level, if the scouter will just blow up. I think that'd be a cool little bonus thing to have. The way you switch your characters or level up or fuse. Well, not level up, but power up. Just, they really thought of everything and improved upon it. I'm glad I went through this because now I'm really excited for the game. I'm trying to figure out if I should buy it physically or digitally. I did have it pre-ordered, but it was this $200 collector's edition. I ended up canceling it because I don't have space for that big awesome statue. Now I'm regretting it because now you can't pre-order it anymore. The statues are all gone. I'm like, oh, I should have kept it. I feel really stupid. Anyway, sound off the comments below. Thank you for watching, and stay frosty.